Yo, good morning. Am I live yet? Am I live yet? Good morning, everyone. All right. Okay, it's been a while. I know, like, I've been missing out on a lot of action, but today I just want to come on here to catch up with everyone. It's been a long while. I know. And especially last year, this whole pandemic has been pretty crazy, right? And let's just give it couple of like seconds. And type comment there if you see me live. It's been a while since I used Facebook Live. A little bit rusty now. What's up, Samir, buddy? How are you? Thank you, man. I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a long while. Like even the interface for like Facebook Live has changed a little bit, right? And I was just playing around with the settings just now to like ensure I'm like pressing the right things. Okay, all right. Comment there. Comment in the chat box. Like if you guys see and hear me loud and clear. I've been testing out my new microphone, so just want to ensure it's good quality sound for all of you guys. Okay. Hi, Alex. Okay. So today I just want to come on here live to catch up with everyone. Of course, to share things that I know, like drop some knowledge bombs for you guys. Kind of like what I've been doing and why I've been so quiet. Like all this. I've been pretty like quiet about like social media like nowadays because like I kind of like start seeing things in a different way that it's like a distraction for me. Hi, David. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so I've been like trying to at least not do so much social media. There was a point of time where I was going crazy on like TikTok. I was like, I was quite addicted because like it was like swiping up. I was like doing a lot of TikTok. In a way, it's like product research, like seeing the trends and all that, but it's taking up so much time, and I've just been like, there's like some weekends I've just spent my entire weekend just like swiping up. All right, okay. Hi, Houston, James. All right, Jija, good, nice. Yeah, I've lost like 10 kg, putting more emphasis on what's important. Okay, so. I'm trying to be in the best shape of my life. So I'm not sure if I've shared this with you guys as well. I've took on like some coaching, in the gym. I've took on coaching for my personal, productivity and all that kind of stuff to kind of like level myself up. Okay. Hi, Jim. Thank you. Yeah. So I look really fat, when I was looking through all my pictures. Like last year, even when I was at events and all that, and I was like telling myself, no, I don't want to be like fat Steve or like unfit Steve, because I was like doing a lot of snacks, I was partying a lot, I was drinking a lot, so it's just not healthy, right? So it just came to a point of time, I just realized that no, I think I need to do something about myself, right? It's not about like making money and just like doing crazy stuff all the time and just like eating good stuff and not working out and not like taking proper measures to take care of my health, right? So every single day, like I'll drink like lemon water first thing in the morning, followed by like celery juice, a really big cup of celery juice, just to like nourish my body a little bit more, like to I forgot what's that term called, because we're like have to hydrate my body first thing in the morning. Okay, yeah. So and I realized I have so much more energy and like I have so much more like bandwidth to take on new projects. And truth to be told, right now, like we have been launching a lot of like who's this guy Vadium? Fuck off, guru. Like I'm not guru, I'm just a businessman. Okay, right? If you don't like me, just feel free to go away. Like just quit the group. No one's like persuading you to stay here. Okay, so in all cases, like we have been always trying to provide like a value in the group. And if this is not for you, feel free to leave. Like there's no incentive for me to have you in the group as well, right? And yeah, I just don't know. I'll probably just like have to remove or kick you out, because like I just hate seeing negative people in the group, and I just hate seeing all this kind of people, because they're so sad, right? So sad in their own life in certain ways. Hey Jija, Yasin. All right, morning. Okay, all right. So today I'm gonna share with you guys on like some of the things that we have been doing, like kind of like what I've been focusing on for the past few months, past year. What's up, Jesse? Hey, Lucas. Right. So like we have been working a lot on like our softwares. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been using Instacart, and I'm not sure if like this is something that like it's cool, but we have crossed over $1 billion in like collective merchants transactions through Instacart, and this is something that's like huge for us internally, but we haven't been even talking about it, because like we have just been so focused on building up new softwares for like people. And like we'll be launching a couple more softwares in 2021, and this is something that's really exciting as well. We've been focusing on e-com softwares. We've been focusing on building like e-com brands as well. This is something that I'll be sharing more upcoming in the next few months once it's all ready, because I don't want to be showing something that's like that's half-baked. It's not ready to show you guys, because like I want to ensure that whenever I share things, I'll be able to share with you guys like good value on how I do things. Okay, so please forgive me if I haven't been really active in the group, like even my social media, Instagram and all that. I've just been posting some stories here and there, but I'll be seeing to post. I'll be looking to post more content videos. Probably on a YouTube channel, or probably on TikTok, or whichever that makes most sense for people to come on board and digest and learn things very quickly. Okay, all right. So today, like I'm gonna be sharing like how we are able to continue drop shipping from China, like even in Chinese New Year. Okay, yes, and that's 1 billion for like Instacart. Okay, Instacart does like checkouts for merchants. So we have a bunch of like really like big merchants that's using our softwares, that's like probably doing 10, 20, 30 million per month. Okay, so I mean that's not the focus of this video today. We're going to be talking about like Chinese New Year, which is just around the corner. All right, so if you guys have been like selling or drop shipping from China, or you guys have been in this industry for like at least a couple of years, you definitely know Chinese New Year is definitely one of the months that's like bringing disruption to a lot of your business. So when we started the easiest thing is to stop selling, because you're gonna have like a long delay of goods from China, because like Chinese New Year is like kind of like the Christmas of like China, right? And usually some factories or manufacturers goes as long as a month of holiday. But like as most companies, they will do about like 7 to 10 days or 2 weeks. But the disruption is real, because like you have stopped. You will be like there's not much people working, because during Chinese New Year, if you have to be paying like overtime fees in China, is quite expensive as well. So most people are just like taking time off, and China is huge. So people from like different, for example, Shanghai or like Hangzhou or in Zhejiang, some of them are mostly in the outskirts and just getting back themselves, and those people, they will not take planes because it's more expensive, and they want to like save the money to go back to their hometown or village or like their house in order to like air ticket prices are definitely more expensive during that point of time. So most of them will just take the slow trains, which will take 2 to 3 days to even just get back their home. So most people going back and coming back to work already take 1 week. So most of them will take at least another week off. Most factories will grant extra offs. So officially this upcoming Chinese New Year is going to be on 12th of February. All right. Hey Kevin, hey Alex, so during this time, 12th of February, right? But the actual the actual dates will be actually around starting from 9th, as early as 9th, or even earlier, depending on the factory, depending on the company itself, or depending on the agent that you guys are working with. So usually I would say from 9th all the way to at least 19th, that's at least 10 days, right? But most people will only start working on the 23rd February, right? That's almost close to 2 weeks. So during these times, most dropshippers will stop selling. So usually in the month of January, February, most people will see a dip, because a lot of people are just, okay, I'm just gonna take a break because it's not worth the hassle, selling during this time, because no one's gonna be shipping out your product, right? So, and we kind of realize that it's actually one of the best times to sell, because a lot of dropshippers stop selling during this time. And I want to share this story with you guys, because initially when we just got started, we stopped selling, and we realized that, wow, it's a big waste, because there's so much potential. So subsequently next year, we started stocking up inventory for ourselves, and we stock up a lot of stocks for one single product, and that product was a big winner prior to Chinese New Year, right? And we thought, all right, guys, we're gonna stock up a lot of products, right? So Alex was saying January 25th to February 22nd. Yeah, that's almost an entire month, right? So depending on which supplier you guys work with, every supplier is different, because there's too many agents and too many suppliers in China, right? So every supplier is different. So I'm gonna share with you guys kind of what's our take on this whole Chinese New Year, right? So last time we decided to stock a lot of products on a lot of inventory on a few products, right? We want to ensure we could continue selling, continue shipping and everything. And we didn't know that after Chinese New Year, the whole demand for this product just died for no reason. I'm not sure why. Probably there's more copycats, there's more people selling the exact same product, or just we have been hitting the product so hard prior to Chinese New Year, and it just all eventually this product's demand eventually just died. And we had a hard time, because we stocked about 400,000 US worth of inventory, and we're stuck with all this inventory stuck in the warehouse. We tried all different kind of ads, all different angles, a lot of different variations, bundles, or whatever. It just doesn't move, right? And we're stuck with a multiple six figures of inventory, right? And it took us almost a year of just bundling with different products at cost price, just to sell all the remaining inventory. All right, so this is something that if you have so we started stocking up, and we were able to fulfill during Chinese New Year, but it came with a risk, because we were stocking way too much, right? So subsequently next year, we started buffering the right amount. Instead of overstocking, we stock the right amount. So we don't really scale it too crazily during that time, but to ensure that we don't be stuck with a bunch of inventory. Okay, so in that case, subsequently we started working with different suppliers. One of them is Wiio, right? So recently Wiio has been really aggressive during Chinese New Year. A couple of years ago, they have been offering this service for all their top sellers. It's not available to people just starting out for 10-20 orders per day, or a month or something. If you're a big seller, usually it's something that they offer. So what we do is usually we'll stock up inventory during this period of time, but we wouldn't go crazy, right? So but one thing that I really like about Wiio is they were able to help us buy back the inventory that we cannot sell, right? Of course at a discounted price, because they have to send it back to suppliers. So that actually gave me the confidence of stocking up a more variety of products, products that we have been starting testing out prior to Chinese New Year. During January, we'll be selling a lot of products, and those products that have potential, we'll be telling them, hey, could you stock up 500, 1,000 units of this product, and a variety of different products. And the best thing here is, instead of me trying to sell the products at cost price, I'll just tell them whatever products that I can't finish selling, or if I don't want to continue selling after Chinese New Year, they will be able to help us liquidate it it like, at a discount, right? Obviously, it's not going to be the same price that you buy, but at this time, it helps freeze up the cash flow for us, and we won't be stuck with so many like inventory, because usually when we start stocking up, we'll stock at least like a good amount of products, because Chinese New Year, most people will be just off, like shutting off, like, a lot of supplies stop working. But in this case, for Wiio, they told me that they are only going to be off for like 3 days, 11th to the 13th, okay? And that's crazy. That gives us a lot of unfair advantage during this time, because this will help us continue selling and be able to fulfill products from like China all the way to US, because in this case, you won't be disrupting your whole operation. Last time we have to close off our ads, or last time what we do is usually we continue selling, but we will only start fulfilling post Chinese New Year, which will be like at least 2-3 weeks in delay. And usually there's a lot of goods that's outgoing to like US, Europe, that's all stuck in the customs. That will also cause a longer delay, because most people are just like, everyone's just like trying to sell, but that is what results in like customers' unsatisfaction, because like your stuff is stuck so long. They probably bought it like 1 month ago, and it's not even being shipped out, right? That's gonna cause some problems in terms of customer service, your merchant accounts, chargebacks, non-delivery or whatever you guys call it. Okay, so that is kind of like how we do things. So if you guys are kind of like interested in learning more, just hit up like Wiio. It's wiio.io. Just hit up their live chat or visit their website and check them out. This is like a resource that we have been always using for all these years, and this has kind of like helped us stay ahead of the game during Chinese New Year. Okay, hi Tan, Happy New Year, brother. Right, so what's up, Kevin? So yesterday it's like, why are you stop sharing your screenshots? Because like it's come to a point whereby I don't need to share screenshots, right? When I just got like selling and all that, when I get all these big numbers, it's exciting, but I just feel it's not necessary anymore, and I feel it's better to share more value rather than sharing like screenshots, because we have been like banning a lot of people that's just posting screenshots in the group and not giving value. And I just want to ensure that I'm leading by example. And of course, if I have like some breakthrough days or whatsoever that I feel like sharing, I'll definitely share with your group, okay? And then what was the percentage you use for baseline so as not to overstock? All right, so usually we'll stock at the very least 2 to 3 weeks worth of sales. So if you're selling at least 100 per day, you're gonna stock for at least 2 weeks to ensure you could cover the entire Chinese New Year, and you don't wanna overstock, right? And of course, if you have like a super big winner, like prior to Chinese New Year, you definitely don't wanna off that, because closing those ads and everything is gonna like, oh my God, I'm sure you guys know, switching off, you might not have the same results when you turn it back on, right? So definitely, if it's like a big winner, I would say probably at least 20-30 days. But if it's like if it's a small potential winner, at least 2 weeks, right? So at least if I know for 2 weeks I sold, let's say I stock at least 1,000 units, and let's say I only sold like 600 units, I could tell Wiio, hey guys, could you help me liquidate this 400 units, because I don't have any plans to continue selling this product, right? And I could free up the cash flow, because I know not everyone in that's doing dropshipping have the luxury of a lot of cash flow when they're starting out their business. And the good thing about this is Wiio told me that they could start offering this service to all sellers, right? Not just the big volume sellers this year, because in a couple of years ago, they have been only offering this as a discrete service to big sellers and all that, okay? And thank you, Yesin. It's motivation. I know it's motivation to you guys, but we have also gotten a lot of hate, when we're sharing screenshots and all that. And it just kind of came to a point whereby I just feel it's not it just came to a point whereby it's not a good use of my time to post all this kind of things, because I've been focusing a lot on my business, and I kind of realized I don't have a lot of time left, and I'm just looking to optimize my time more and more, and I just want to be in a great zone every single day. And sometimes when you deal with haters, as much as I'm like, I'm okay with haters and all that. I know it's fine, but I just don't want to even like get involved with all these kind of things, right? So we have been also expanding our business into Amazon as well. Amazon has been great, and I think we should be able to do at least like 5 to 6 million this year in Amazon itself. While it's not as crazy as you can scale as drop shipping, but definitely I see the potential of like, it's kind of like set and forget. And I don't need like a huge team to really like run an Amazon, which is like right now our Amazon team is probably less than like 6 or 7 people. And this business is really generating like probably $200,000-300,000 per month, and it's just almost autopilot. Like I don't know Amazon, but it's crazy that like even with someone that I like myself that I don't know what to do, like I could assemble like a small team that's like kind of like crushing it. And I mean, this is just a start. Obviously, I have partners that like really good at Amazon, right? So a lot of their advice, a lot of their insights did help us like to build up the mini team that we have right now. And we're looking to actually scale this team more, because I feel like I've seen a lot of like one thing that really attracted me into Amazon is because like I've seen a couple of my friends sold their Amazon business for like 3, 4, 5 mil up to like 10, 15 mil in cash, right? And especially there's a few startups like that's like buying out all this like Amazon brands, like and I've been seeing a lot of exits, and that's kind of like what kind of like attracted me. And I want to build like a couple of businesses that I could potentially sell for like multiple like 7 figures, or a big exit like software business. We're looking at least multiple 8 figures in exit, and or potentially grouping up all these companies that I have and going like a public listing on Hong Kong or somewhere else, right? Hong Kong is definitely the choice for us. So we're looking at like listing on Hong Kong main board if it's something that we decided to pursue, because like, well, we could raise a lot more funds, we could acquire more businesses and everything. And definitely this is something that we have in plan, which is why I've been like so busy. A lot of like, we're managing at least like, currently I have around like 12 businesses. This month alone we're setting up 3 to 4 new businesses. 3 that's set in stone. We have the last one, the 4th one that's upcoming, is an agency as well. And this 4 businesses, out of this 4, one is an agency, one is like one of them is an Amazon business, one is a e-com platform that we're launching out probably like Q2 this year. The other one is like a direct-to-consumers coffee and tea subscription business that we're doing. So there's so many businesses that we're running right now, and which is why like all my time is given to my partners, to my businesses. This has been something that we have been planning so long, and it's super exciting to be able to finalize all these details this month, right? And I've been investing in a lot of startups, and I want to ensure that I have a lot of time that's like given to my partners. And eventually I kind of like foresee that eventually, once all these things are done, I'll be setting up an incubator, right? An e-commerce elites incubator. Like, we already have a fund, right? So the fund has been investing in a lot of like small startups, like people like you guys that have a great product, great project, or great idea. We work together with you guys to help incubate your idea and help you scale and grow it to something decent, right? So this is something that we have been working on right now, and definitely e-commerce brands is what we're going to be focusing on moving forward this year as well. Drop shipping has been great. It's still making us good money, and we will not stop doing that, because like you should never kill off or touch anything that's making you guys money. I think that's the biggest mistake that I see a lot of entrepreneurs that are doing. If you have something that's making you good money, make sure you keep them and continue doing it until you totally can't do it anymore. Because that's one thing that like I've seen a lot in my students, because sometimes they get distracted with the next shining object syndrome, or probably the next in thing like crypto and all. Those are all great, all right? I really regretted not entering crypto earlier again, because like I sold everything in 2019 to really focus. So I was checking the price that I've sold yesterday. I was like sending my friends, oh my god, I in quotes, I should have kept it, right? So I think I bought another so I was like quite FOMO like the other day. So I invested like $200,000 in buying a couple of Bitcoins at $40,000. And when I bought it the next day, it dropped to like 35,000. I was like, oh my god, what, like, how depressing it is, right? But I'm cool with that, because I know I'm just gonna put aside those money. I'm not even gonna see the pricing. I'm just gonna set and forget and just put it there, and just let it run by itself. You know, Bitcoin 100,000, right? So I'm not gonna be distracted by all these things and before, because we really want to ensure that like you're focused and dedicated to your business, okay? And you're not distracted by all these new things that's around, because you know, if you have all these different voices around you, it's very hard for you to focus on your business, right? So that's one thing that I really wanted to share with you guys. And for sure, please, you know, definitely check with like, you know, your suppliers, your agents, or like, you know, don't take my word for it. You know, if you haven't tested out Wiio, they're kind of like one of our dedicated suppliers and agents that we have been using for a long time. And I'm friends with their boss, Sam. Like these guys are only dedicated to like providing the best fulfillment service. You know, they have been growing. Obviously, they won't be able to provide, you know, like really detailed answers to every single customer, because like, you know, in a business, sometimes we have to all understand that it's a 80-20 rule. You have to focus on the customers, the 20% of the customers that's bringing 80% of the volume, right? Obviously, if all the smart customers, I've told them that they have to provide the same experience and same level service, the kind of same level of support for all the new sellers as well. Because those who knows, those small sellers are potentially are going to become big sellers as well, right? So this is something that they have been working on. I've visited them in their China office and their warehouse. I've done an interview in their warehouse as well. They have really good systematic ways of doing things, and like they have like they kind of like account for a lot of big sellers in China. I know there's a lot of different service providers, but we have stuck with Wiio for a really long time, because you really want to build up the relationship with them, because when shit happens, they are the guys that are gonna help you guys out, to support you in terms of like, you know, reshipping the products, or at least helping you out find solutions, giving you some credit. You know, obviously you have to build up the relationship. Relationships don't, you know, you can't build up a relationship in a few days, right? Obviously you have to go through a lot of transactions, you know, speak to the people and whatnot in order to build up the relationship. And I'm just being really thankful, because like right now we have been decreasing a lot of our personnel. We used to have our own warehouse, like, you know, our warehouse in China, but now like we have decreased all the volume from dropshipping. We shipped it all over to Wiio. So all our warehouse now is all catered to all our brands that we're building for you know, since last year and this year. It's going to be focused more on like, you know, providing customizations, inserts, and a lot of like flexibility in terms of our packaging, which is why we still decided to do this in-house. Obviously, if we do it in the US, where we are working with other like 3PL companies to provide the same level of like experience for our brands. So that's kind of like, you know, what we have been doing, you know, and I kind of still remember the time that I've envisioned like where I want to start this like e-commerce empire, because, you know, I'm sure you guys heard of my story before. I've lost everything like you know, during my startup days, when I'm crazily obsessed with building up like, you know, my startup, right? And obviously I wasn't so experienced during that time, and I really thought like I should give 100% all in terms of energy, time, everything, business, and of course resources, money. So I invested all my savings into my startups, and when all things go south, right, when things fail, I have nothing to fall back on. And that was kind of like the lowest point of time in my life, because like I have no money, I have no resources, like, but what I've left is relationships with like, all the people that I've built across the years. And I've never burned bridges with anyone unless like it's like really bad suppliers or really bad partners. I'll just delete them from my life and never like touch base anymore again, these guys, right? And I've realized that I've helped a lot of like, even my supplier, one of my supplier, we're still good friends to this day. And I'm his first pot of gold. I've been shipping out so much like units before that I'm his biggest client, and he's made his first pot of gold. And eventually this friend became a really big like supply chain guy in China. And when I was at my lowest point of time, I was just like, I was telling him my story and everything, and he said, Steve, no worries, let me know how I can help you out like during this time, because you have really helped me before. And without saying, he gave me $500,000 in credit, like for all my procurement, all my logistics and everything. And that actually helped me a lot to restart this whole business without like a lot of cash or like money, because especially when you're doing drop shipping, right, you don't need a lot of capital to start. All you need is some money from Facebook ads. And that credit from him actually helped me being able to reinvest a lot back into my business, and that helped me scale the business much faster. Okay, all right, so that's kind of like how my story got started, like why I started using Wiio, because like they are really good, and I really wanted to share this resource with you guys. I know some of you guys already heard of Wiio, or some of you guys have already been working with Wiio for a while. I just want to share this like information with all of you guys, so that you guys could also like continue selling during Chinese New Year, to kind of like not avoid like disrupting your whole operation as well. Okay, all right, I'm gonna like just check out some questions that you guys have, because I was like talking all around just now. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, quick questions, I have another meeting in like 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna make this quick, because like usually the mornings is the best time for me to be productive. I just want to like ensure that I've been like I want to ensure that I'm setting up time aside to ensure, because morning I usually have the more creativity, I have the more ideas. So I want to ensure like some of the important meetings I set it in the morning, so that I can be really helpful in terms of like adding value to my team members and giving them ideas on how what they could do and execute some ideas. Okay, all right, okay. Kevin, yeah, I lost a lot of weight, like 10 kg, so I'm looking to bulk up more, being more toned and everything. Okay. David is asking, any idea how long Wiio can stock for us? As long as you need, right? I think like for the details, I think it's better for you guys to reach out directly to them. So I think all you need to do is just go to Wiio, wiio.io. I think they have live chat there, and just hit up some of their team members and just check out the questions. So usually we'll stock for at least like 2 weeks, right? For every single product. So we test a lot of products. So we'll try to ensure at least for 2-3 weeks. As I mentioned, for sellers, for like products that you have proven to sell, I'll do at least like 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, all right. Okay, Mod was saying so much value. Do you have any internship marketing? Just asking, and have a great new year. No, we don't. We all pretty much all our team members are all in-house in Singapore, Philippines, China. So like we're not taking on any more internship right now. We have been hiring a lot last year, because during the whole pandemic, it's so easy to find talents. Because a lot of companies have laid off a lot of people, and yeah, I mean we have hired a lot of people last year, and this year it's more about training. It's more about leveling up all our people, aligning them in a longer term vision and where we want to go. Okay, for this year. All right. Okay, thanks. Machitli. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Okay, Michael, Wiio, it's like Wiio is wiio.io. Wiio is like kind of like a supplier that we use. They compiled everything. From us, from all the suppliers, and they will be able to help us like ship out all the products from China. Okay, so they are like kind of like if you want to say it's like an agent, or even say it's like a supplier, whereby they help you compile all the orders. So all you need to do is work with one supplier. Okay, you don't need to work with like 1,000 suppliers for 1,000 different products, right? Hey Christian, yes, we have heard of CJ dropshipping. Like, there are probably like we have tried them before, like probably not like what we prefer. So we have tried out pretty much all the different supplies in China, and like I think the guys that we really think it's worth working with long term is definitely Wiio. Okay. All right. Not saying all the other guys are not good. It's just that like everyone have their preference, right? And the thing with Wiio is that they have been really helpful in a lot of like customizations, a lot of like support, and they have been very helpful in terms of like us that helping us with like our growth as well, and which is why we've given a lot of credit to Wiio in terms of like them helping us procure, ship, store, source, ship and pick, pack, ship everything from China, right? And that's something that we have been like thankful for, because we won't be able to scale so fast in the past few years if without further help. Okay. All right. Do you use gem pages? Yes, we use that for some of our landing pages. We use a variety of tools. Sometimes like using what's that from Ezra Firestone's checkout page as well. I forgot what's I can't remember what's the page called. Evan, do you know what's the name? Ezra's. Oh yeah, Zipify pages as well. We use a variety of landing pages to see. All right. Okay, David, if you have no winning product yet, I wouldn't recommending stocking too much. Probably like at least just probably like 1 week. At least you should be stocking for products that you're confident in continue selling during the point of time. Okay. All right, Roy, I don't do mentoring anymore personally because like it's not worth my time. Like I used to charge at least $100,000 US dollars for like one-on-one coaching, but it's not even worth my time anymore. So I stopped doing that. Okay, so if you guys like want to hear like me speak, or just follow me on my social media channels. Okay, and I think that's pretty much the most, or just follow me on Instagram. Okay, all right. Okay, finding like all this like product research things, I think one of the big trends that you guys could check out is definitely TikTok. I think TikTok has a lot of potential, and we've been using that a lot for like our product research. Ad Spy is definitely one of them, like, and all these different tools that we use. But I think at the end of the day, you definitely need to have internal competency, right? All these spying tools, it's helping you ride the wave at the same time. But usually when all these things appear on all these tools, there has already been a delay, right? People has been already skilling the product. They have been selling for at least 1-2 weeks, and it's kind of like hard for you to like catch up if the guy is skilling really fast already. So definitely learn how to do product research properly. The right fundamentals always apply. A lot of things doesn't change across the years, like the fundamentals, like product research. Obviously there's new tools that comes out every single year, right? But that doesn't affect fundamentally how are you going to set up your team, what's the process going to be, what's your SOPs in place. Putting all these things in place is very important, right? Especially I think I've brought on an expert like Trevor, like he helps us with systemizing all our dropshipping process and to ensure that we can continue to scale this business, right? Okay, so if you guys are like interested in like in systems and everything, hit up Trevor Lim on Facebook. It's TrevorLim. His name's Trevor. He helps us with all our dropshipping systemizations. He's definitely the expert to go to if you guys are looking to systemize and scale your dropshipping business. Definitely not suitable for people just getting started, because like when you're just getting started, you need to just ensure that you start getting sales. The consistency there, it's important. Okay, all right, Alex. Yes, TikTok. All right, TikTok is a good place to find out new trends. Like what's popular in China, what's popular in the US. All these tools. It's the use of all these different tools, like and like Amazon, the marketplaces, Google Trends, to understand which niche or which trend has potential. What are the potential audiences that you're going after? What are target potential marketplaces that trends that's going to happen in this year itself, right? So these are all things that you guys should be learning. Okay, we don't have a course right now, Michael. Like we plan to launch something new. I think that's something that I really want to tell you guys that we have been working on as well. I don't want to share too much right now because it's not ready. Because I want to keep this more like a secret because I want you guys all to be super excited. We'll be launching something in Q2 this year that's so much easier to compare to like all the other things that you're doing right now, dropshipping, brands, whatever. It's so much easier for you guys to do. I don't even know how to like tell you guys this right now, but it's something that we're gonna be launching that I think you guys will really appreciate because it's going to be like the early days of dropshipping, right? Of course, you're still gonna encounter problems if you are focusing so much on Facebook, but there's other ways that we have found. We have been testing this new channel for like at least a year now, and I have to tell you guys, it has been awesome, right? We're seeing ROAS of like 3, 4, 5, 6x ROAS from like really small budgets, and I'm bundling that into like a whole program for seasoned sellers, to capitalize on this new channel that we're going to be releasing. Okay, I wouldn't be like sharing all this yet because it's not ready. Definitely will be like telling you guys more when this is like closer to being ready. We are still preparing a lot of stuff right now. Okay, so in Q2, I'm gonna put myself accountable. I'll be telling you guys more in the upcoming months, and we'll be ready for launch in upcoming first thing April. Okay, first thing April. I'm putting myself on the line, right, to ensure that we will be on time. Because sometimes, with so much projects and so much distractions, it's so easy to get distracted, right? So I'm putting myself on the line, telling you guys that we will be ready in 1st of April, upcoming Q2. All right. So with that said, I hope you guys like gain some value like from all this. Let me know in the chat box if this is helpful for you. If you guys want to see this a little bit more next time, let me know what topics that you guys want. I'll be happy to like come up with like some time to just quickly jump on board, like just 30-40 minutes to share some quick value with you guys. That's something that I really look forward to doing more often as well. Okay, Houston, now with whole COVID, it's really hard to do live events, but we're looking to do like virtual events, and definitely you guys will be the first one to hear about in the e-commerce elites group. Okay, so yeah, thanks guys, thank you so much for being here. I know we have over 100 people live right now, and this video is going to be seen for at least like 20-30,000 people in the group. And definitely comment here, leave a comment in the chat box if there's anything that you guys want me to cover in the future. I'll definitely see I could like if I could come in here and add value, or I could just bring in some expert who's really good, like for example Amazon or like TikTok or Snapchat, Pinterest, or whatsoever. Okay, all right guys, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day ahead, or good evening to you if you're in the US, and like please stay safe. Like health is always the most important. Stay safe there, stay safe out there, and take care. All right, thank you guys. Bye bye.